PlayStation says AI can revolutionize gaming, but it won't replace the human touch. Tom Ivan over VGC. Sony Interactive Entertainment co-CEO Hermen Hulst has discussed the impact that artificial intelligence is having on the games industry. In an interview with the BBC, he said AI has the potential to revolutionize gaming, but the human input will remain critical to the development process. Quote, I suspect there will be a dual demand in gaming, one for AI-driven innovative experiences and another for handcrafted, thoughtful content, end quote, Hulst said. Quote, striking the right balance between leveraging AI and preserving the human touch will be critical, end quote. Also, 2/3 of the game development studios are using artificial intelligence in their workflows, according to a survey carried out earlier this year by market research firm CIST on behalf of the game engine maker Unity. Excuse me. Quote, 62% of the studios we surveyed said they are used AI in their workflows, mainly to prototype quickly and for concepting, asset creation, and world building, end quote, Unity said. According to Unity data, the average time to launch for games increased from 218 days in 2022 to 304 days in 2023. While learning to use new tech that can help speed up production comes with challenges. 71% of the studios surveyed that were using AI said doing so had improved their delivery and operations. Michael, we often talk about how AI is slowly creeping into the industry. It isn't slow anymore, dude. It is really actually here. And they're finding different ways to then help speed up production. Because we talk about games like Starfield, where it took so long to come out, right? Or even Concord, if you want to bring that up again, how it took 8 years of development. Dude, if they had AI help speed that up, put it out in 4 years, all of a sudden now we could have been in a different discussion, right?
Yeah, I mean that even we talk about a game like GTA, right? It's been in GTA 6 been in development for over a decade, right? And I think that's one of those that you and I always harp on, right? There's going to be this fine balance of using AI to speed up your games, and as Sony said, maintaining that human element, right? So it still feels like a game. And then we're going to start, unfortunately, getting games that I think a lot of people are just going to call AI slop, right? And we're going to see it, and we're going to be like, wow, this art looks terrible. It's almost worse than procedural generated art, right? It's just AI art here, AI art there. Call of Duty's already had that issue where I think some of the calling cards in Black Ops 6, people are like, yeah, this just looks like AI. You know, you kind of looks like you got 6 fingers here or whatever. So I think there's going to be this fine balance, right? You use AI to speed your game up, as you said. Start getting these games out in 2 to 3 years. So, again, major studios, we've gone from like 3 to 4 years to 5 to 6 years, it feels like, for a lot of the major players. Speed that up, get that back to 3 to 4 years, but keep that human element. That is going to be key. And I think whatever studios master that are absolutely going to dominate with AI. And the studios that get lazy and rely too much on AI, I think consumers are going to call them out, and those studios are going to be the one that we see fail.
Let me ask you this. If you could shave off 2 years of development and still put out, say, like a God of War experience using AI, or would you rather them invest 2 years of development, another $100 million or so, and wait for a fully handcrafted world? What would you prefer?
I would rather them just get the game out. It is, again, if it's not noticeable, right? And it might be like, okay, look, this game's out faster. It has AI, but I can't notice it right away. Give me the game 2 years faster. I only want it delayed if it starts being AI this, AI that. I can see it here. I can see it in that cutscene. But if it's faster and I can't tell, give me the game faster. Always.
That's just it, right? It's about saving money at the end of the development cost and then producing the game faster so that we get hands-on. And dude, like, I'd rather have a God of War this year than wait 3-4 years, right? So if we can get in there, have a great time, and not notice the AI use, I think there's a smart way to do this, right? Go in, you can develop Kratos' next house using AI, perhaps, and then get in and customize it and make sure it doesn't look like a piece of AI software from like Midjourney, and then all of a sudden, right? You know what I mean, right? All of a sudden, this glossy looking house in the woods. I'm like, yo, that doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So if they're able to utilize some of that, and I've talked to people over at Naughty Dog, and they said they're actually utilizing it right now as well. There has a place for it, but it can't be a complete takeover. And I think a lot of the industry is worried about a complete takeover. Will you notice it if they speed it up with code? You take a look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft uses it in the world of Watch Dogs. because all the barks, they call it, which is basically all the NPC chatter, that was all generated by AI to help speed that up instead of somebody writing it all out, right, and doing whatever they have to do. Let the AI, as you walk by, you hear somebody talking. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to pay attention to that. You're just going to hear it, right? So if you can speed that process up by all of a sudden having the whole city populated using AI voices or voice lines anyways, that'll help speed the process and hopefully change things and get our games out sooner, then make a lot of money and then allow them to make the next game.